From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Saints nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Ready?
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
They go with Blue between the tackles. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing is Rattler. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
8-yard gain.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's go.
They run for it. Here's Blue. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They go play action here. Purdy. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Shotgun now with Purdy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 38 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. On target over the middle of the hill. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
10 yards on the pickup.
This defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Toss play to the right to Blue. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
To the air is Rattler. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You look at this Niner defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway. But the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. Purdy. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Ricky Pearsall, 65 yards. And the 49ers are able to stretch out their lead. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
That's good.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready, set. Set, ready. Blue, 32. Green, Jack. Hut, hut.
Now Rattler. That's taken in by Palmer. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a pickup of 6.
And now an audible here into something else.
At the Niners' 49-yard line.
Set, go.
Off the play fake, it's Rattler. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35.
Johnson.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On first down, it's Blue. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 21-3 is your score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Trying to set up a screen for Blue. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Rattler wants to throw it. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. 50, green. 6, mega.
Here's Rattler. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go. Here we go. 45. Fury, yellow. Hut, hut.
To the air once more is Rattler. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
To get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is caught. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 47 yards. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting 3s, and you're coming back and getting 2s, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
2nd and 10.
Down. Black 40. Needle blue. Black ultra. Hut, hut.
Rattler working out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
32, 52 Blaster. Rail, yellow. 6, Mega. 43 Rail. Blaster, 6, Drill green. Black shot. Ready?
Rattler from the gun, third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line.
First down.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hut, hut.
From the gun, here's Rattler. Again, it's Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Ready.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Come on, set. Yellow, 43. White, white. Light blue. Set.
Rattler going to look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now it's second and 10.
Close, 10. Yellow, 22. Hut.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Trey Palmer, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut the lead down to 15.
Saints 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 27 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 27 on the play.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Now he's going to step up and run. Left side, he's got the tight end, Tonjes. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and long.
3rd and 5. McCaffrey on the counter. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Here we go.
Now Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Ready.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready.
2nd and 1. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
Ready.
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing once more, here's Rattler. Finding Johnson on the out route, that's complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready. Red 38. Red, yellow. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Green on the coverage.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
At the 33-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Rattler. Oh, and that is incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Okay, this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here we go. Black shot. Drill green. Hut.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Right, 52 Blues.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Green jack. 33, yellow. Hut.
And Rattler, he'll throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a toss, left side, it's Blue. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Blue striker.
To the air is Rattler. Now he's going to step up and run. That is caught. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's good for a Saints first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run with blue. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
50, green. Ready.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Rattler. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
From the shotgun, Rattler. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On the ready. Ready, ready. 10 black. Ready.
Rattler off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
30-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Yellow, 43. Ready, ready.
Rattler wants to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
First and 10.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Purdy. A throw that side for Pearson is complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Gain of 9 yards. That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
Well, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Saints 16.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll try and run again with Blue. And caught it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 15.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Here's Rattler. Open man, it's Palmer. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
It's a gain of
First play of the drive
yards.
going for 14 and a first down.
For a Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go, set. Blue, 32. Set, go.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
On the stop.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll swing this out to Blue. Now he's free at the 35. And down to the 19-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages. And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, they run with Blue. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Trail, yellow. Set. Yellow, 22. Hut.
They'll go. Here's Rattler. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 81 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 20. First down, 49ers.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. Down to about the 37.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Get set.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them.